Hey, Jarhead here. Want to shoot a real quick video and give you an update on some of the things that have been recently going on, the things we'll do over the next couple days, and then probably the next week. So this should be a rather short video, and I hope that it's highly informative and keeps you in the loop on what we're doing. So first, as everybody knows, we have had an incredibly massive response of people that are upgrading their accounts in 20 now, and we can just barely keep up with all the activity. It's going crazy, and I am personally overwhelmed at the number of people that have responded so strongly and so positively about the 20 now opportunity. You know, naturally I think it's the greatest thing in the world, but then again, you know, who am I? I'm the creator of it. And to hear so many people so pumped up and so excited about the business that we put together, it just makes me feel even more like, yeah, this is the right thing. I'm glad that I have done this. And I keep hearing from everybody else that they're glad to be a part. I want you to know, in some ways, I'm glad to be a part of it too, because I'm just another, you know, part of you guys that's making this thing an awesome, awesome opportunity for everybody. So yeah, we've had this massive response, and then naturally, because of a massive response, we've also had a flood of support requests that have come in, people asking for help on different things. So the first thing I want to do is naturally thank all of the support staff. I want to make sure that I don't miss any of them. So we've got James Costello. Want to make sure we say thanks to James, all of the support he's done. He's one of the ones that's done several of the, what I would call a group cast or hangout type webcast, and trying to keep people informed and keep up to date. But he's been overwhelmed too. But thank you so much, James, for everything that you've done. And then Linda Galloway, she's been the main one that's been manning the inbox and trying to keep up with all the emails that everybody sends in. Maybe a little bit more on that in a minute about the right way to send emails and how many of them to send, or how few maybe I should say to send. But Linda's been doing a great job of trying to keep up with that, and I have to admit that's probably one of the most overwhelming support positions we have right now. So I really feel for Linda. I hope you do too. Want to make sure we say thanks to her. Then we have Louise Cardo and Bev Brossi, Sherry Whitlock, and Doug Close. They're all admins on the Facebook group, and they're doing a great job of not only keeping the bad guys out that like to come and post their spammy links and things like that, but they're also answering a lot of questions with really very little information. I'm really surprised at what a great job all of them are doing. All in all, these people are carrying a great load, and it's allowed me, unfortunately this past week I've had to focus a lot more on corporate things, stuff that goes on at the company level, and I haven't been able to code cave, as we say, as much as I feel like I need to, or even to get on here and webcast and talk to you guys and let you know what's going on. And because of that, you know, I have a rather important announcement at the end of this webcast, so we'll get to that in just a minute. But until then, some of the other things I want to talk about. One is some of the most common problems that we're having right now with the customers in the field. The most common one is account creation. So someone comes to sign up, they've got my email that has the link on how to activate their account and their registration key. And here are some of the common mistakes. People think that registration key is their password. And so they go and they type in their email address and put the registration key in, thinking that'll log them in. And they click login. That doesn't work. That's because that registration key is not your password. The other thing that they think, that's a common thing that people are thinking, is that they already have an account. So look, if you went to toolsteam.com and opted in and you got your registration key, you don't actually have an account. You just have your registration ID and or key, and that's it. And that's like your ticket to your place in line. Now what you're doing is you're coming and creating your account, and you're giving us that key, that registration key, so we know, oh, this is where you were in line. You're ahead of these other people, you're behind some of these other people, and we're able to link your new account that you're creating with your registration. So if all you have is a registration key, and you haven't ever logged in or especially created your account, you actually don't have an account yet. So the thing to do is you go to the account creation page, and I recommend you just click the Facebook button. Make it easy on yourself. Click the Facebook button. You go through Facebook, it'll say, hey, they want to be able to access things like your email address, naturally, because we're making an account for you. And you just tell them yes, allow them to have my email address. You'll come back to the website. It'll take about a minute in the background. It'll make your account, and then the page will refresh, and you'll be able to start entering all your details. That creates your account. In the future, when you come back to the website, all you do is click the same Facebook button again, and it'll send you over to Facebook, and they'll say, hey, you've already approved 20 now, and it'll send you right back to the website, and you'll be on the web page. It's the easiest and most secure way for you to log in, because one of the first things I'll teach you when we get to this point past this launch is how you can lock down your Facebook account so that anytime you ever log in, it sends you a text to your phone. If you log into a different computer, you can have Facebook send you a text to your phone, and then you type that text in as the password, and that's the only way you gain access to your account. Now, once you've logged in like that, you can tell Facebook that this is my laptop. Don't ask me, don't send me a text next time. But the really cool thing there is if someone's trying to break into your Facebook account, the only way they can get in is if they have your cell phone. So it's very, very secure. It's one of the things I taught the tools team people how to do last year. A lot of them are still using it, and we'll teach that again this year. So using the Facebook button, it's easy. It's one click. You go to Facebook, you come back, your account's created, it's trouble-free, right? And then anytime you want to log in again, you just click the same Facebook button, you go to you don't even know it, but you go to Facebook and come back, and you're logged into your account. It's super easy, dead simple. Or if you like pain and you hate Facebook, for whatever reason, you're not going to use Facebook, that's fine. When you go to the account creation page, you'll see that there's another little box that says log in or create account. Well, if you've never clicked create account, then that's the first thing you have to do. Click create account, and it'll ask you for your email address. You type in your password 2 times, and you type in the CAPTCHA. That creates your account. And the very first time you create it, it'll automatically go ahead and log you in. After that, you have to continue to type in your email address, the same password, and type in the CAPTCHA. So if you don't want to use the easy Facebook button, which is just one click, then every time you log in, you're going to have to type in your email address, the password, and the CAPTCHA in order to log into the system. And again, it's not as secure as Facebook. Even with the CAPTCHA, to keep people from trying to constantly guess what your password is, and I know that's difficult, people don't like CAPTCHA, I don't like CAPTCHA, but even with that there, that is much less secure to use that than it is just to go ahead and use the Facebook button. So if you don't like Facebook, you can always use the create account on the right side of the page, and then always enter in your name, or excuse me, your email address, your password again, and your CAPTCHA every single time in order to log in. Now, whichever method you choose, whether you decided you want to go the Facebook button, easy and simple, or you really love torturing yourself and you love pain and you want to keep typing in your email address, password, and those crazy CAPTCHAs all the time, whichever one of those you first do, that's the one you always have to do. Please don't email me and say, well, I started out the really painful way, but I guess now actually I want to do the Facebook. Could you help me? Yes, you can in the future, but you can't do that right now. We're not going to make any more crazy changes like that. It was painful enough to make the entire process where you can log in without Facebook, because people were complaining that they didn't want to have a they want to do social marketing, and they want to market on the largest platform in the world, Facebook, but they didn't want to get a Facebook account. So I killed myself. I spent 4 solid days, got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep each night, and I made that happen for you. And really, it's been a huge, huge pain point for our company and for all of you guys out in the field watching this. So whichever way you first use, whether it's Facebook or without Facebook, that's the way you're going to have to continue to log in and access your account for quite some time. Now, if you haven't created your account yet, then again, either do it with the Facebook, or if you want to type in your email address and all that stuff all the time, fine. Just make sure you click create account. You'll see that it asks you for your email address, your password 2 times, the CAPTCHA, and then you click the button down at the bottom that says create account. It'll go create your account. You'll always use that method to log in from that point forward. Okay, so I hope that clears things up. If you think you have an account and you've never done one of those 2 steps, you do not have an account yet. And people keep trying to type in their passwords, trying to guess to get into their account, but if you've never created one, you don't have an account yet. The other problem that I've seen quite frequent is people will click through the Facebook button and actually go create their account. Then the next time they come, I don't know why, but they want to enter in their Facebook email address and their Facebook password, and they can't get logged in. Naturally, because your Facebook email address and Facebook password, that only works on Facebook. That does not work on 20Now. If you've used the Facebook button, you just continue to use the Facebook button. It's just that simple. It was simple to set it up, and it's simple to keep logging in every time. Just click the Facebook button. Now, the other issue that we've had is people trying to create multiple accounts. So right now there's not a log out button. We will be putting one up within the next 24 hours. So in the meantime, if you're trying to manage 2 accounts, like say a husband and a wife using the same computer, I completely get it. I apologize that there's not a login button right now. We're working on it. We'll have one there. For now, if you've logged in through Facebook and you want to log out of your 20Now account and log into someone else's, like your spouse's 20Now account, and also use their Facebook, the way to do it is first go open up Facebook in your same browser, log out so that it comes back where it's asking for your email address and your password. Once you've logged out and it's wanting you to log in again, just close your entire browser down. That will have logged you completely out of Facebook. Then when you start the browser back up, you go to 20now.com, you click activate your account, and it'll show you, to click the Facebook button or to enter or log in the manual way. Go ahead and click the Facebook button. It'll go to Facebook, and this time in Facebook, log into your spouse's account or whoever, if you're sharing a computer with your friend or you've got people over at your house and you're helping them sign up, whatever, have them log into their Facebook account. They accept the 20Now application. When they come back to the website, it'll be on their 20Now account and not yours. And again, when you want to switch back to your account, you have to go back to Facebook, open up a tab, go to facebook.com, click log out, make sure it goes all the way back where it's asking for the email address and password to log in on Facebook, close your entire browser, open the browser again, go to 20Now, click the Facebook button, this time log into your account. That's how you have to switch on Facebook for now. Now, like I said, we're making a button, and it'll be just as simple as clicking a button that says log out, and it'll log you out, whether you're logged in the hard way by typing your email address, password, and the CAPTCHA. If that's how you've logged in, this button will log you out. Or if you've logged in through Facebook, this button will not only log you out of 20Now, but it'll also go to Facebook and log you out there, just in case, like I said, you have a spouse or your friends using your computer or whatever, and they need to access your account. You won't have to close the browser and all that stuff. But again, that button won't be up there for probably the next 12 to 24 hours. It is one of my priorities, and I am working on it. Now, those are the most common problems. I hope that helps you. Well, the next most common problem is people want to know what their registration key is. So here's how you get that. Send an email to support@20now.com. Make sure it's from the email address you used when you pre-registered, because we can't send your private registration key, which is your ticket to money being in line in the matrix, etc. It's your ticket to creating your account. We can't send that to someone else. That would violate, PII and other things like that. So make sure you send your request from the same email address that you used to pre-register. And you can just put in the subject registration key. It's just that simple. You send the email, we'll open it, we do a search on your email address, we copy and paste your registration key back in, and we send it back to you. Then you can put it into the account settings page, and you're done. It's just going to be that simple. You don't You don't need to text. You don't have to call. You don't have to send private messages in Facebook. You don't have to ask for it in the Facebook group. You don't have to try to Skype. All these other things, no, just send an email to support. They'll get it to you. Alright, moving on. So some of the things that we just recently added, one major one is if you click on Member Dashboard, after you've created your account and you've put in your credit card information, on the Member Dashboard you will see a list of all of your opt-ins and what state they're in. And by state, I don't mean like Texas or Kentucky. I mean the status of their account. So you'll see either inactive, pending, no account created, and complete address. So inactive means, well, actually let me start back at the very first one and walk you through the process. If it says no account created, what that means is that this person, it's pulling your list from the pre-registration list, and this registration ID or this registration key, no one has claimed it yet. No one has created an account and said, hey, that registration key is mine. So from your perspective, you're looking at your list of all the people that pre-registered. There's no account created if they haven't entered their registration key. So if your buddy tells you, hey, I've created my account, I put my money in, and you look on your list and it says no account created, you tell him, hey, man, you need to get your registration key and get that thing entered in to get your account connected. If he says, well, I've already got a registration key entered, it's probably because he signed up multiple times, signed up underneath someone else, and he's just used that registration key. If they've already got one in, they've got one in, their account is linked to a pre-registration. You can't accidentally be linked to someone else's. Those registration keys are massively unique, and there's no accident that they mistyped one letter or something and actually got signed up underneath someone else. And by the way, when you get your registration key, don't try to sit there and type it in again, okay? Just double click it, right click, say copy, go to where you enter the registration key on the account info page, right click there and do paste. It's a lot simpler than trying to retype that thing and get it right. And I do see emails where people say I've typed it in 5 times and it always tells me it's wrong. Don't type it in. Copy and paste will save you probably years off of your life. Okay, so then the next status is inactive. Now inactive means here's your list of people that's pre-registered, and here's an entry in that list, you know, Joe Schmo, and he's actually created an account and he put in the registration key. So now you know, hey, this guy actually showed up and he's created an account and he linked it to his registration. But it says inactive because he hasn't added his address or even a credit card. So that means he hasn't really put any information in. You can call him and say, dude, you're already halfway there, man. All you have to do is fill in your address and then drop in your card info and activate your account. Alright? That's what inactive means. It means they have created it, they linked it to the registration key, but that's as far as they got. Then there's pending. Pending means that they created their account, they linked the key, they put in all of their information, and all they're waiting for is our process to come along where we're auditing the credit cards, etc., and process their credit card and activate their account. And once we do that, their account's golden. If your account says either you're all set or pending, what that means is there's nothing else for you to do right now. It's all on us. We're going through the credit cards. Just be patient with us while we work through it, trying to make sure that we do things the right way. That's the pending. And then the last one is complete address. And what that means is they've created their account, they connected it with their registration key, so you know that the guy's good. He actually entered his credit card, but he's missing some information on his address. There aren't that many in the system that are that way. If you've got one, it's a rare bird, but it just means they need to come back and fill out something like either the street or the city or something. They left off part of their address. So those are the status that you'll see in the member dashboard. You can go there and see everyone that has pre-registered underneath you and what their status is. And then of course you see their email address and all that stuff, so you can follow up with them and help them get through the process. Now, We're going to be making a change tomorrow because we didn't realize there was that it was obvious to us but not to everybody else. And really, I'll be the one. I'll just take the blame for it. I don't know how it slipped my mind to not see this. Where on the account page we ask for the address. Actually, that's the billing address. It's not like always where you live. A lot of people on their credit cards, their billing address is their home address. They get their bills at their house. That's a lot of people. There are some people that they get their bill at one location and they live somewhere else. And for those people, they probably put in their home address instead of their billing address. And that's going to cause a problem. So we're going to be moving that address section that you see under account info, we're going to move it over to the billing page, because technically that's your billing address, so that the credit card that you enter matches with the address that's there. Because when we run your credit card, if that card does not match your address, your card charge will fail and we won't be able to activate your account. So we will be moving that. If you jump the gun on us, that's totally cool. You can go right now, if you know that your addresses are different, you can go right now to the account page. If the address form is still there, you can go ahead and change your address. And say, you know what, I put my home address, but really I need to put the billing address. You can go ahead and change it. Or if you go there and you see it's already on the billing tab, you can go ahead and change it there. It doesn't really matter. So again, the address that we're collecting right now, because it's all online, we're not mailing you anything. So we don't need your actual home address or mailing address. We need your billing address, because the card has to match with that address. That also means that if you are using the same card to activate multiple accounts, and one of those other accounts is in another state, which you can activate 2 accounts with one card, and one of those accounts is at another address, you still enter the same billing address with that credit card. So whatever the billing address is, where the bill is sent for that credit card has to match with the credit card information you enter at the top. And I will be adding an extra space that'll say like billing name, because your name in account settings may be John Smith, but Mary Jones is the one that's actually giving you her credit card for you to start your account, and you can annotate that there. So on the billing page, when we make this move, you'll see the credit card information, you'll see the billing name, or the name that's on the credit card, and then the billing address, or the address that belongs to that particular credit card. All of that has to match, or your account charge will fail and we won't be able to activate your account. So that change should also be happening, like I said, about 12 to 24 hours. So we're making a log out button to help you. We're moving the billing address to reduce some confusion, and then probably the biggest thing that you guys are going to love the most is we're making the account creation process a lot smoother. Already have the page, not ready to show it to you just yet, but basically it highlights from top to bottom the 4 modules that we're releasing right now. It gives all their details, what they do, and they have links. You can click and go learn more, whatever, and see a full page on each one of the modules, which if you haven't seen that, by the way, you can just go to 20now.com, and each of those 4 modules that are there, where it says find out more, I think is what the exact wording is, that underneath each one, you can just click that and go to that page. You can learn even more about the webcasting, or about the Facebook module, or whatever it is you want to learn about. Well, we've made a trimmed down page that includes the rough outline of each one of those 4, and down at the bottom we're going to, like I said, completely smooth out the account creation process, where we're just going to ask questions one at a time for your registration key, how you want to create your account, stuff like that, and it'll all be done in a one at a time type order to help people be able to activate their accounts a little bit more simple than the method that's there now. And I apologize if it's been confusing. I completely get it. We did it in a hurry, and we did it as part of the whole, getting rid of Facebook login. And that was actually a process that should have probably taken a lot longer and been looked at a lot closer. I apologize if it's been confusing. And because of that, that's why we're rolling out this new method. And on top of that, we're going to turn on replication. My plan is to turn on replication this weekend. What that means is you'll be able to send someone to your username.20now.com / and then this page, I'm not going to tell you where it is because everybody will want to go there where people can activate their account, and they'll automatically be stamped with a cookie from you. That means if they come to your page and then close the browser and then come back tomorrow and just type in 20now.com and they want to go activate their account, we'll know that you're the one that sent them, and they'll automatically show up in your pre-registration list, and you'll be able to email them, start the whole conversation with them about what are we doing on 20 Now, how they can use the tools to grow their own business, how they can build their own team, all that kind of stuff. You can begin that process. So over this weekend, we will be turning on replication. Again, that means you're going to type in your username.20now.com, and anybody that goes there, we're going to stamp them or brand them as yours, and then when they upgrade, automatically you're going to get the $5 every month, 70 cents for being in your matrix, matching, all that kind of good stuff you already know about the compensation plan. By the way, if you haven't seen the comp plan, if you look on the website, I believe it would be in this direction, up in the top in the menu, it'll say comp plan or compensation plan. You can click there and read all about it. So turning on replication is going to be the fastest way for you to be able to build your downline. Now, on top of that, through this next week, I should be able to do a webcast tomorrow night. I have to look and see if I'm able to squeeze some things in to my schedule. I'm still having to deal with some corporate type stuff. I don't know how much of that time it's going to eat up from me tomorrow, but my hope is to be able to do a webcast tomorrow night, and we're changing where we're doing the webcast to help you. So in the future, you would send people to your name. Well, let me change it because this will be the way you're going to read it, because reverse to the camera. So your name.20now.com / corporate webcast. When you would send people to that, don't send them there yet, but this is where we're going with that. When you send people there, they're going to see the company's webcasting. So if I'm doing a webcast one night or every night or in the afternoons or whatever, some of the other 20 Now staff are on there doing their hangouts and all that kind of crazy stuff, that's where it'll be. You can send all of your folks there and have them watch the corporate stuff, and because you put your name at the beginning of it, they'll automatically be cookied for you. When they upgrade, they're yours. You're going to make the money in the matrix off of them, and the bonus, personal pay, all that kind of stuff. Go read the comp plan. Now, we want to do these webcasts at least one a night over the next week, probably starting Saturday, maybe Sunday. If I can get one in tomorrow night to directly talk with all of y'all, that'll be really good. But then we may not actually start the nightly webcast for this next push that I want to do until maybe Sunday. Now, on our meeting tomorrow night, we'll have other things that we talk about. The one that we'll be doing starting maybe Sunday, maybe at the latest on Monday, and do it like all week long, those webcasts, we will be talking about the system. We'll be talking about how these tools work. Of course, we'll be answering all the questions like we always do. You guys flood us with all the questions. You can't send in your support questions on a webcast. Don't send in, hey, Johnny Smith down in my downline, here's his registration keys, having problems. Please, we can't answer those questions on a live webcast, but we'll answer all the ones about how the system works and all that stuff. Again, if you need support help, email support@20now.com. Okay, so we'll be doing that. Here's why. When we turn on replication and then make it where we are having the corporate webcast, guess what that means? You don't have to sell this. All you have to do is tell people, I know this crazy guy named Jarhead, and he's having this webcast tonight on this amazing, phenomenal marketing platform that everybody's going crazy about. I'd like for you to come take a look at it and tell me what you think. You invite them. I'm the guy doing all the work, right? but then they like the system. They got cookied for you because you put your name on them, and then when they upgrade, they're all yours. Now, that's what I want to do through all of this next week. As crazy as things have been, I believe by us making the logout button smooth, making the account creation process much more smooth and clear cut, we will reduce the support issues that we've had because of the current way things work. And then that naturally leads us into the last thing that I want to talk about, and that is possibly extending the cutoff. Now, I am one, and you guys know it, if Jarhead says it, that's what we're doing. And I really laid down that this Friday night we would cut things off. But there are two things that have made me consider possibly changing it. And here's the thing, it's going to be all in your hands if we change this or not. So here are my thoughts there. Number one, I've got a lot of people in the field that they've had the support issues we're dealing with. They've had difficulties getting people signed up because this account creation really threw people. I mean, when it was just a Facebook button, it was easy. You just clicked the button and it worked, right? But as soon as we add this form, people thought they already had accounts, and it's just been a massive headache for everybody. And I personally feel bad about it. I feel that this is not really the way that I like to market. The way that I like to market is smooth, that when you send someone to the website, it's click, 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 and it's done. And really, that's not how this has been. So this last week, I've been super focused on the corporate stuff, or maybe I should say distracted, on having to take care of business. You know how that stuff goes, right? And because of that, I feel like I haven't been able to personally give to you guys the way that I like to market and to meet up to my commitment. Because honestly, the way I would want to do this entire pre-launch is you see me on webcasts all the time helping you build your downline. Because again, if I'm the guy doing the webcast, all you have to do is send them to the webcast. When they sign up, it's your money. I did the work. You get all the benefit. That's how I like it. Because we haven't been able to do that, and because this process has been, a polite word would be clunky, you know, I feel personally obligated to put the Friday night cutoff date on pause. And then, like I said, I've got so many people that have asked me if we would extend it because of the problems that they've ran into. And look, this thing's all about you guys, and I want to drive this point home here at the end, that this thing is all about you and what you want. Some people may look at this, that this is Jarhead's company and all that. No, yeah, that's fine. But look, this is a 20 Now team, and we're all in this thing together. I've got my job to do. You've got your job to do, and I feel like if we all do our jobs, this thing will be phenomenal, like everybody keeps saying that it is. So here's how I would like to proceed with this. On the Facebook group page, and if you don't know where the Facebook group page is, up in the top, I think it'll be on that side, up in the top you'll see a little Facebook button, a little circle with an F. Click that. It'll take you to the 20 Now Facebook page where there'll be two icons. One goes to the 20 Now page on Facebook. One goes to the 20 Now group on Facebook. You want to click the group one and join the group. The admins are there 24 hours a day, almost. It seems like they're always there. And hey, when you join the group, tell them hello and tell them how much you appreciate them. Make them feel good, because I'm telling you, they're really carrying the load, and I greatly appreciate everything you're doing. So you go to the group. In the group, there will be a vote where you can select whether you would like to go ahead and hold to the original. Hey, Friday night, midnight Pacific time, we're cutting it off. You're either in or you're out. Or maybe you say, well, you know what, let's give people the weekend, and so Sunday night we'll have the cutoff. Or you could say, you know what, maybe Wednesday of next week. That gives people almost a whole week. It gives them like 5 days to, on the newer system with the smoother account creation process, me doing the webcast whole time, that it gives them 5 extra days. Or you may even be one that says, you know what, with Jarhead coming on every night doing webcasts, and the rest of the 20 Now folks coming on and doing hangouts and all that kind of crazy stuff. I know that if we held it off till Friday of next week, that would be the 16th, that I would have everybody in my downline built in, because we would help you build that. And I want to tell you this other last little juicy thing. Because of how difficult things have been, and again, this is not the way that I like to do more. I don't like the problems we've been having. And unfortunately, I've been off focus because there are things I have to take care of, and I can't, unfortunately, in the very beginning, give everybody the attention that I need to and I want to. And because of that, I'm going to actually open up, and you guys have heard about the founders. We had it locked at 5,000 and all that stuff. I'm going to open it up. Whatever cutoff date you guys vote for, you go to the Facebook group, you find the post, you select which day you want, and you just click it, and it puts your vote in. You'll see the question there. Excuse me. And you just put your vote in, and whichever one has the most, unless we've got really big reasons for not doing that one, that's the one we're going to do. And I believe all of you guys have a good sense of what's going on in your downline, what's going on with you personally, and what's going to work the best. And that's what this is all about. It's all about you guys. So if you want it extended, all you have to do is vote. By the way, if you don't want it extended, if you still want it to be tomorrow night, or if you're watching this on Friday, later tonight, then you can just go ahead and click the keep it on Friday night. Whatever your vote is, you go there and make your vote. And then tomorrow night, Friday, from my perspective making this video, we'll be totaling those votes up, and we'll decide what we're going to do about extending, or maybe even not extending. It doesn't matter to me, other than I feel the obligation, because I want you guys to see really how this thing markets the right way and build this thing out for you to be extremely massive. And so without any further ado, I just want to say thanks again for your massive show of support. You guys are coming out like crazy, and it's overwhelming me. I appreciate all the feedback, especially all the positive feedback that I've been getting. And we are working on the support issues. As I've laid out in this video, we're taking steps to make things easier, smoother, cleaner for you. And then I want to work hand in hand with you over the next week to help you get your downline built in before we actually lock everything down and load up the matrix. And in the meantime, you'll be able to use the replicated site, build your downline. Even if we go until Friday the 16th, you'll still be able to use the replication. You'll still be able to go in and look at your downline and see what their account status is, etc., and send them emails, help walk them through, and use the smoother process to help build your downline. It's all up to you guys. I hope you take a moment to go to the Facebook group. Again, click the Facebook. If you've never been there, click the Facebook icon up in the top. Go to the Facebook group image, or the link there, which will go straight into Facebook /groups/20now. And then find it. It'll be up at the top, because everybody will be talking about it. And put your vote in. Let me know when you would like the cutoff to be, if you want it moved. And until then, until hopefully tomorrow night, we'll be able to have another webcast and talk together. Until then, I hope you have a great day, and make it yours, make it successful.